be a surprise.
Oh, Miss Judy, give us a hint, please.
Okay, Sally. Well, it's friendly and cute and green.
Sounds like an outer space monster to me.
No, Kim, it's not an outer space monster. You'll just have to wait until the surprise arrives. So until then, let's make some magic.
Yay!
Wait, why don't you press the keys on Cassidy the computer? And Tim, why don't you move Miss Mouse?
Okay, thanks, Miss Archie.
Pressing keys on the keyboard, play a game, spell your name. Oh, I love the computer. It's just like a tutor. Play along, can't go wrong. I love the computer. Learn your numbers, learn your letters, move the mouse, build a house. Oh, I love the computer. It's just like a tutor. Play along, can't go wrong. I love the computer. A new surprise before your eyes. With a click, take your pick. Oh, I love the computer. It's just like a tutor. Play along, can't go wrong. I love the computer. Play along, can't go wrong. I love the computer.
Are we ready? Yeah. Huggabug Club, Huggabug Club, Huggabug Club. Huggabug!
Anti-Bumble! Oopsie-daisy! Hi there, everybody. Is there a surprise today? Oh, goody, goody, gumdrops! Oopsie-daisy!
Buzz, buzz, buzz! I hear the buzz around town is that there's a surprise today.
And howdy-do! May I have a hug, please? Whoa! Those are some power back hugs. I feel
Terrific!
Boogie woogie huggabug, I'm gonna make you smile. Boogie woogie huggabug, I've got the right style. Boogie woogie huggabug, I love to dance and sing. Boogie woogie huggabug, I'm into everything. Boogie woogie huggabug. I can do a jitterbug and love to rock and roll. I love a country two-step. The bug has got a lot of soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Boogie woogie huggabug, boogie woogie blue. Boogie woogie huggabug, I got a hug for you. Boogie woogie huggabug, I love to dance and sing. Boogie woogie huggabug, I'm into everything. Boogie.
Take the lives of two innocent people.
The bug has got a lot of soul. Whoa, boogie woogie huggabug, I'm gonna make you smile. Boogie woogie huggabug has just the right style. A boogie woogie huggabug, I'm a huggabug, yeah.
What a show!
Why, thank you kindly from the bottom of my heart.
Today is another special day at the Huggabug Club. In fact, one of our fellow think Buggsters is bringing the surprise in?
I do reckon. Here she is now.
Hi, Buggsters. I have 2 surprises today. This is my little sister, Tria. Welcome to the Huggabug Club. Can I be a Bugster too? Yay!
You bet you can be a Bugster, Tria. The only thing you have to do to be a Bugster is be a kid.
I love you, Huggabug. Oh.
I love you too. Yeah! We got us a new Bugster.
The more the merrier.
Oh, goody! I just love meeting new Buggsters. Oopsies.
Excuse me, Kelly.
Yes, Spencer?
What is that funny toy on your head? What's so funny?
It's not a toy. This is my other surprise. It's alive! It's so cute. It's green. It's a baby dinosaur. It's a Martian. What could it be? Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, what could it be? There's a green animal looking at me. It's really kind of cute. I think it's really neat. I think it's kind of scary. Look at those big feet. Could it be a dinosaur? Come back from the past. There aren't any left on Earth. Maybe he's the last. Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, what could it be? There's a green animal looking at me. It's really kind of cute. I think it's kind of neat. I think it's kind of scary. Look at those big feet.
There aren't any dinosaurs, not since long ago. Let's identify this animal. These children want to know.
Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, what could it be? There's a green animal looking at me. It's really kind of cute. I think it's kind of neat. I think it's kind of scary. Look at those big feet. Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, what could it be? There's a green animal looking at
Kelly, tell us what your surprise pet is.
It's an iguana. His name is Prince Iggy. What's an iguana?
An iguana is a type of lizard. An adult iguana eats mostly berries, leaves, and fruit. But not all lizards or iguanas are friendly, like Prince Iggy. So never pick one up unless you know for sure.
Miss Audrey, where did they get their iguana?
From a pet store. But iguanas are usually found in tropical forests. So Kelly has to take extra special care to make sure Prince Iggy feels at home.
You mean you didn't just catch him outside? No.
No, it would be sad to capture an animal and take him from his home or habitat.
What's a habitat?
A habitat is another word for the place an animal usually lives.
And animals don't like to be taken from their home.
Nor do bees.
All of us belong in our own habitat. Let's always be kind to the animals.
Kind to the animals, to creatures large and small. Be kind to the animals, to one and all.
I saw a giant elephant, as gentle as can be. He looked please tell us the story about the little bunny rabbit by the name of Betty Bunny?
Yes, please. Some of you Bugsters may want to help Miss Judy tell her story.
May I be Betty Bunny?
Of course you may, Maria. There's also a girl in the story by the name of Jane.
I'll be Jane.
And there's a kindly owl.
May I be the owl?
Of course you may.
Come on. Betty Bunny was a bashful little rabbit who lived in the woods near Jane's house. Every day after school, Jane would watch Betty Bunny as she hopped along, nibbling on plants, happy as she could be. She loved her home in the woods. One day, Jane thought, oh, isn't Betty Bunny cute and cuddly? She would make a nice pet. So Jane waited until Betty Bunny came out of her burrow in the ground. When she happily hopped out, Jane sneaked up and caught Betty Bunny. Jane took Betty Bunny to her home and put her in a special box she made just for her. Jane thought Betty Bunny would be happy, but she was not happy. She wouldn't hop and she wouldn't play. She didn't even want to eat. She missed her mom and dad and her forest friends. She wanted to go home, but Jane didn't understand that. The next day, Jane went to play in the woods near her house. Mrs. Owl said, "Who is this girl? How curious! I think she would make a wonderful pet for my family. I will capture her and take her to my home." And so she did. Mrs. Owl thought Jane would like her new home, but Jane didn't. She didn't like her new bed made of twigs and leaves, and she certainly didn't like the food Mrs. Owl offered to her. After all, little mice might be nice for owls to eat, but not for little girls. Jane was sad. She missed her mom and dad and her place at the dinner table. She wanted to go to her own home, so Jane used her words. She asked Mrs. Owl, "Please let me go back to my home where I belong." The kindly Mrs. Owl understood Jane. She set Jane free. She let her go home. When Jane got home, the first thing she did was go to Betty Bunny. "I love you, Betty Bunny," she said, "so I will let you go back to your home where you belong. I want you to be happy. I understand now." So Jane took the box with Betty Bunny inside and walked to the edge of the woods. She opened up the box, and Betty Bunny happily hopped home to see her mom and dad. And every day after school, Jane would watch Betty Bunny frolic and hop and play in the woods. And they all lived happily ever after.
That was a great story. Now I understand why I should never take animals from their home.
That's right. That's one of the reasons we shouldn't take animals that live in the wild to be our pets.
You Bugsters are terrific!
Let's let the wild things be wild.
It's nice to watch the rabbits play. They're soft and cuddly too. That doesn't mean you take them home. They don't belong to you. Animals have feelings too. They love their moms and dads. Don't take them from their home wild, 'cause that will make them sad. Let the wild things be wild. If you love it, let it be. Let the wild things be wild. Wild and free. Watch a bird fly in the sky, or a frog jump in the water. Leave it in its natural home. It may be someone's daughter. If you take it from its home, it may feel sad and blue. Let the wild things be wild. They don't belong to you. Let the wild things be wild. If you love it, let it be. Let the wild things be wild. Wild and free.
Buggsters, I think our special visitor has arrived. Hi, come on in. This is our good friend, Kira. She is visiting us from the zoo, and she's going to tell us about some special animal friends. And as you can see, she's brought some of those animal friends here with her. Adorable. This is a baby otter, and she's just a little girl. She's only about 6 weeks old. So in the wild, she'd still be with her mom, but this little girl is an orphan. She was found, and we have her sister too, and she's being cared for by our animal care specialist back at Lowry Park Zoo. They're taking out bottles and feeding her every 3 hours. She has to go home at night with the keepers so that she can be fed, just like maybe your baby brother and sister. Just like a human being, we have to feed her around the clock. And she drinks out of a bottle. Oh, how sweet. Just like a real baby. Yeah. Now, this is an animal that somebody found. So often these poor guys are getting hit by cars when they go to cross over the roads. So that's one of the worst problems they have in the wild. Their habitat is being kind of taken over by human beings because we're building roads and cars and stuff. Okay, boys and girls, this is my buddy Thumper. Isn't Thumper cute? Now, what is Thumper? Thumper is a Moluccan cockatoo. Now, he in the wild would live all the way on the other side of the world, near a place called Australia. You know where Australia is? There's islands called the Moluccan Islands, and that's where this type of cockatoo comes from. Now, he is a member of the parrot family, and as you can see, he's very affectionate. Do any of you know people that have parrots for pets? No. A couple of you? Well, sometimes they make a good pet and sometimes they don't. And it really just depends on how much time you have and which kind of parrot you get. This particular kind of parrot needs a lot of love and attention. Okay? They live in a flock, a group of birds out in the wild. So when they're in the care of man, they want to be around people all the time. Most of us go to school or work or something like that, so we might not have a lot of time. But sometimes a lot of people I know keep them can take them to work with them if they have parrots sometimes, or if they work at home, they can keep them at home. So it depends really on you as an individual whether you can be a pet or not. This is my friend, the Vietnamese potbelly pig. It's a long name, isn't it? Yeah. He's been with his little brothers and sisters. Actually, this is the runt. He's the smallest one in the group. Now, some people have these for pets. Does anybody know anybody who had a pig for a pet? It sounds kind of funny to have a pig for a pet, but a lot of people like them because they're really easy to train, and they really seem to like people, and they like to be petted. I don't know. I personally don't want to have something that's going to all the time eat as much as a pig would, you know? They're feeding it all the time. They're pretty smart though, aren't they? Yeah, they're very, very easy to train. I think that's why they're so popular for pets. And they do originally come from Vietnam, and they're very, very dark in color. These little guys, he came from a litter of 8 other pigs. They were born in December, and they're all at our zoo. 8. So they have large litters. They can have up to 12 in a litter. And you can see, one of the things about a Vietnamese potbelly pig, see, they really don't have that much hair. They just have that dark skin and a little bit of hair over it. And they use these little hoofs that you can see on their front, the 2 little toes. They use those to dig. They like to dig up roots. They eat all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we have kind of called her Pokey the pig, just because it's a good name for her. But maybe we should have a contest and get a little bit more of an original name for her.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, kids. It was a lot of fun. I hope you learned a lot about the animals today.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. I love all those animals. Yeah. My favorite was a pig. I like the baby otter.
I don't know which one is my favorite.
I love Kelly and she is iguana. He's been sitting on Miss Judy's shoulder all day.
Yes, iguanas like to do that.
I love my dog the best.
I love my cat the best. Her name is Tabby. There was a girl who had a cat and Tabby was her name. Oh, T-A-B-B-Y, 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 and Tabby was her name. Oh.
There were two girls who had an iguana. Prince Iggy was his name. Oh,
Prince I-G-G-Y, Prince I-G-G-Y, Prince I-G-G-Y, Prince Iggy was his name. Oh.
there was a boy who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh,
B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh.
Today, Kira talked to us about taking care of our pets. And taking care of animals is just part of taking care of our world.
And you kids have the power to do it.
Kid power, kid power. I am full of energy. Kid power, kid power. There's dynamite inside of me. I can help clean up the park or plant some seeds to grow. I can help protect the earth. I'm smarter than you know. Kid power, kid power. I am full of energy. Kid power, kid power. There's dynamite inside of me. In winter I can feed the birds. It's tough out in the wild. In summer I can give them water. I'm a helpful child. Kid power, kid power. I am full of energy. Kid power, kid power. There's dynamite inside of me. Kid power.
You kids are ruthless.